Hey everybody, this is Harry with another community chat. And um, you probably know what it's about in the title. You guessed it. I'm going to talk about Marilyn Monroe. Now, sometime last week, DVD collector 1974 made a purchase at Big Lots. He was able to get a few titles of the Marilyn Monroe films on Blu-ray at Big Lots. I think they were going for $5 there. Unfortunately for me, Big Lots, my Big Lots, which is in Lake City, the next town over from where I live, excuse me, is they dwindled their movie selection down to practically nil. Um, I've already had a few of the Marilyn Monroe uh, Blu-rays. I was missing like Niagara and such because I've ordered them off of Amazon, or I actually picked two of them up in my store at one time when they first came out. They had like There's No Business, like Show Business, and um, another film. But anyways, the discussion is that what I wanted to discuss about is that one of our grumpy old bastards, Ian, is not a fan of Marilyn Monroe apparently. And it's just fine and dandy. A lot of people don't like Marilyn Monroe, and and some people love her. And this is what I wanted to discuss about because when he made the comment about Marilyn Monroe, I didn't care about it. And then I thought to myself, why do I like Marilyn Monroe? Why do I like watching her films? Is it because she was to me, thinking about it, I was thinking, was she just a product of that time that they sold us? And that, we oh yeah, we love Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, I can't wait to see the next Marilyn Monroe picture. I guarantee she sold movies. Her name was on the marquee. She sold the movie once she became popular. I mean, she played in a few movies beforehand. She played in a Marx Brothers movie, I think, called Love Happy. It was like one of her first movies that she did. And she played in All About Eve, and I think this movie called Someone's Knocking. And then she did Niagara and Monkey Business and a few other films. After that, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes and How to Marry a Millionaire. And I was force fed this stuff when I was little, not by my parents. My mother never liked Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe died a few years before I was born, and I want to say 3 years before I was born, 4 years maybe. But anyways, but I was wondering if we were force fed Marilyn Monroe through the years. Oh, great, Marilyn Monroe. And then when I was thinking about some of the movies that she did, or her best roles, out of all the movies that she's done, I could only think of three that was her best films that she ever done. To me, in my opinion, of course. Yeah. And all the other movies that she was in, I actually like the supporting cast better than I like Marilyn Monroe in the film. Um, How to Marry a Millionaire, William Powell, uh, Lauren Bacall, Betty Hutton. I think it's Betty Hutton. Trying to think off the top of my head. I liked them better in the film than I liked Marilyn Monroe. Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. Jane Russell carried that movie. 7 Year Itch, which was a big film for Marilyn Monroe, but Tom Mule carried that movie. That's a Tom Mule film. You don't hear much about Tom Mule now, unless you're an old timer like us. Young timer like Ian doesn't. Probably don't know who Tom Mule is. I mean, he played in The Girl Can't Help It. Mike would know. Um, Mike was a little kid. Marilyn Monroe was popular. And same thing with James Dean too. I think James Dean made three films: East of Eden, Giant, and Rebel Without a Cause. But he's such an icon from the '50s, and he only made three movies because he died young. But we're not here to talk about James Dean. I think Giant is his best picture to me. And who would have known what had happened after that? Marilyn Monroe had her problems making films. She never knew her lines. She had to have an acting coach on there with her all the time. She was late, didn't show up for shoots. She frustrated actors that worked with her. But everybody loves Marilyn Monroe. And I think that's where I got it from, because, Marilyn Monroe, she was popular. She's pop culture. Everybody knows her. And they said, you have to get this movie. And I enjoy every film that she was in. I enjoy every film with it, but I enjoyed the cast better than some of her scenes. The three movies that I wanted to I mentioned that were, I think, are her best films was Bus Stop, was one of them, the Misfits, and Niagara. Not in that order, but anyways, Bus Stop, The Misfits with Clark Gable, which wound up being her last film with Montgomery Clift, one of my favorite actors from the '50s, and then Niagara. Those were her three best roles. And if you think about all the other ones, it was the cast of characters in those films, the actors that carried those films. But they're Marilyn Monroe films. I don't know. Kind of rambling on a little bit here, but that's how I feel about it. I mean, I love every picture that I have of her. I have most of her films. I don't have like the obscure ones, but I do have Monkey Business with Cary Grant and Ginger Rogers, and then The Misfits, and then all her other ones that were through, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes and 7-Year Itch and all that. and I was just wondering, and I guess James Mansfield too, the kind of was popular at that time. She did a couple of movies, and then she kind of fell out, and made adult films in the '60s. I guess it was just a fad back then, but there was other actresses that were worthy during Marilyn Monroe's time that I don't think gets enough attention. Elizabeth Taylor, well, I think she gets enough attention. Butterfield 8, Cat on the Hot Tin Roof, those films are classics. Butterfield 8, you don't hear about, I don't hear people talking about it, but, I think that's one of her best films. Natalie Wood, another actress that came up at the same time as around Marilyn Monroe's time. She started as a child actress, and she played in A Rebel Without a Cause and a few other movies that I think are good actresses. Elizabeth Taylor is a good actress, a great actress, more talented actress than Marilyn Monroe. Natalie Wood, definitely. I even like Ava Gardner around that time. So, what are your favorite Marilyn Monroe films? And what are your thoughts about Marilyn Monroe? Do you love her? Do you hate her? And what do you think? Tell us. Thank you. I hope you respond to this. It's just a ramble, chat, whatever. But anyways, appreciate you watching. And then catch us, starting a new channel. For those of you who don't know, 5 Grumpy Bastards. Old bastards. James, Ian, Jay, and Mike, and myself. We'll start up a new channel starting next week, the 9th of November, the 11th November. We'll have a video up. We'll be talking about 3 women. That's the name of the movie, 3 Women. I'm not going to be talking about 3 women. I'm talking about a woman today, but no. So, anyways, check us out. I'll try to remember to put the link in the description if I can. I have to shoot everything on my phone. My laptop's like kaput. So, anyways, thank you for watching. I hope some people comment, talk about Marilyn Monroe. What are your favorite films? What do you like about her? What you don't like about her? Uh, or actresses from that time period. Um, Thanks for watching. Bye.